on Saturday. Are they now back on track to win the title? And Luka ejected again last night, but did he deserve it this time? Good Monday morning, everyone. Welcome to First Things First. We have a fabulous show for you today. Jenna Wolf, Nick Wright, Brandon Marshall, Kevin Wilds. Nick, buddy, your adult Slovenian son, he's got a problem with authority.
Well, he heard his dad all week speaking the praises of Chris Paul. So he said, Dad, I can be like Chris Paul, whack-a-dack right to the groin. I said, son, that's not what we're talking about. Yeah, I understand the idea, but that's not what we're talking about.
Whack-a-dack. It's not whack-a-dacking. All right, we'll get to that basketball. We first have to get to this basketball. The Lakers still trying to figure out who they are without LeBron in that lineup. On Friday, not great. Lost to Portland, dropping them to the 7th seed. Last night, however, looked pretty good, Nick. Best game this season so far for Anthony Davis. Finished 42-12 to beat the Suns. And after the game, after a nice little on-court performance, a nice little personal assessment. Take a listen.
I'm like 20% of my old self. I'm kidding. I feel good. I'm getting my legs back. I'm getting my rhythm back. Getting my steps back on both ends of the floor. So I feel good. I'm getting better each game, getting my win back each game. So we're heading in the right direction.
Felt like he should have maybe sped that up a little bit, that whole recovery process. Brandon, you've been down on the brow all season long. Last night, did that change the way you feel about the Lakers at all after you saw what AD is capable of?
Absolutely. AD is back. I mean, this is the AD that we talked about being in the bubble. This is the AD in the version that we talked about as far as, now LeBron James can potentially catch Michael Jordan in this GOAT discussion. You know, the race to 6, the race to 7 championships. This is the AD that the Lakers need right now because the Clippers are still there. For me, the Clippers are the team to beat in the West when it comes down to it and you have the playoff intensity. I truly believe this team's going to step up. But they need this AD, Nick. And the biggest tell is AD was more aggressive. Point blank, period. I mean, AD being more aggressive, he made trips. He made so many trips to the free throw line in the last 2 games that he has in the last 2 years when you talk about back-to-back games. So him being more aggressive opened up the entire court. We know who they are on the defense. Now, they struggled in April, but they're still #1 overall. And then on the offensive side, you bring in LeBron James and you have AD playing like this. Who are you going to cover? The spacing was phenomenal. Frank Vogel finally figured out a rotation between AD and Drummond. So having both of them on the court just made it seem like this team was right where they needed to be. So, yes, Jenna, yes, Nick, this AD is what the Lakers need. This version right here will be scary for teams.
That's right.
Now, they still need to be more consistent, but I need to see AD do this day after day after day.
I got bad news, Brandon, for you and the rest of the league. The brow is back, America, after a brief absence since the bubble. I don't know why you two are shaking your head.
Take it off.
The brow is back. Look at that. Against Denver, I don't know what you're talking about. Against Denver, you saw little flashes of it on both ends of the court. You saw it. And then he got hurt against the Clippers. We're like, oh no. Portland, he had his best game since the conference finals. And the brow responded to that with his even best game since the conference finals. I don't know why you're shaking your head, Wilds. This should send absolute terror down the spines of the rest of the NBA because that is how the Lakers looked without LeBron James or Dennis Schroeder against a team that very well might be the 1 seed in the West. And Brandon was spot on. The brow got to the free throw line. 15 free throw attempts the game before against Portland that they could have won if Kuzma had showed up, and 17 free throw attempts last night. I don't know why you're laughing. So wild.
It's brilliant.
I'm just letting folks know this is a huge problem for the rest of the NBA because Anthony Davis hadn't been playing well, and now he has had in back-to-back games, aside from the game against the Clippers where he got hurt, his best games of the season. What's up, buddy?
It's Jenna, I'm a little bit speechless here when Nick decides to break out doing his own makeup and adding a unibrow to his statistical analysis. Excellent work.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Excellent work. I'll tell you what. You gotta get to this. You gotta get to the Suns though, because I'm more interested in who you might have to play in the playoffs, Jenna.
One good game from Anthony Davis, and he decides not to wax his brow. He better keep this up. Despite the win, Lakers still in that 7th spot, Nick. 1 game back of Portland with a 7-8 matchup looming against the Golden State Warriors. Here's Steph Curry with his thoughts on that potential showdown.
I think the league might enjoy Lakers-Warriors 7-8 in the play-in. That's a meme.
Rendered speechless. Nick, I know you're not worried, but should the Lakers be worried about facing the Dubs in the play-in game?
No. Can we be honest about what's about to happen, Wilds, in the final week and a half of the season in the Western Conference? The Lakers have the Knicks on Tuesday and then 3 games that are not losable for them the rest of the way. So the Lakers are likely going to go into the playoffs either on a 5-game winning streak or winners of 4 of 5. We'll see what happens on Tuesday against the Knicks. The rest of the season is going to be teams above the Lakers trying to game out. Are they going to be the 6 or the 7? And how can we avoid playing them? The Lakers are not worried about playing the Warriors. They're not worried about, by the way, it'll probably be the Grizzlies in the 7-8 if you look at their remaining schedules. They are not worried about that. It is the other way. We are asking right now, should the lion be worried about the human it's chasing? No. The human is worried about the lion that's fresh on its tail. That's the situation here. So no, the Lakers shouldn't be scared of playing Steph and the Warriors in potential play-in. The rest of the West, especially after last night, is saying, oh my God, it's going to be last year's playoffs all over again, where none of us can even throw a scare into the Lakers. So no, they shouldn't be scared.
Okay. All right, you should not be scared of the Grizzlies, I buy that, but you should be very scared of Steph. When we get little mini playoff Steph, when he's looking around and be like, oh, do I need to step up and have a monster performance? Oh, are we having like a George the Iceman Gervin situation where he's chasing Bradley Beal for the scoring title, scores 49 in just a handful of minutes? So I would be very, very excited, and I would be very, very nervous if I was the Lakers and I had to play Steph, who is focused on, look, not only sort of redeeming this season, which I think has still been disappointing, although people have different takes on it. You're still in the play-in game and you're a former, dynasty. But he's done so well this year, Brandon. I think the opportunity for him to face LeBron and put a cherry on the top of sort of their narrative Sunday would be magnificent.
Right. And Nick, no one cares about the rest of the season. That's disrespectful to your opponent. That's something that you always learn in the locker room. Take it one game at a time. Don't be looking at what's going to happen next week or 2 weeks from now. As soon as you do that and you take your eye off the mark, that's when you get smacked in the face. So absolutely, they should be worried about Steph Curry. We're talking about a guy who took Davis into the Elite 8 in the NCAA tournament. We're talking about a guy who, wow, what you just say, he just dropped 49? Like, this dude can drop 60 any night. This is one game. Win and you're in. So absolutely, they should be worried because right now they're in a play-in game. I don't care about them playing the Knicks and who they got after that. They need to be worried.
Yeah, it sounds good. And we'll see if we end up getting this matchup. And Wilds, I hope we do. And if only we had an idea of what it would look like if Steph Curry, without big brother KD alongside him, had an opportunity to end LeBron's season. Maybe, what if he had 2 opportunities? What if he had 3 opportunities to end LeBron's season without KD there? Could he do it even once? I don't know what would happen in that scenario. Oh, wait, the last time we had an opportunity to see that, LeBron had the greatest 3-game stretch in the history of basketball.
Stay present.
So, no, I don't think it's say it again, Brandon? Say it again?
Present. We're talking about today. We're talking about today. We're not talking about
You were talking about Davidson. You were talking about Davidson. Davidson happened during the Bush administration. So miss me with that. If you can talk about Davidson, I can talk about the 2016 finals.
You got me.
No, I think it's the Warriors who would be worried.